Look at this, juicy, juicy, fluffy. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lanez and I'm back again with another video. So this is my last video for tonight, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about super soft, healthy, fluffy hair. So I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about how to help your natural hair grow, some of the things that you probably are doing that is stopping your hair from growing, and just talking about even just the mental aspect of natural hair growth, because I think that's something that we also forget to talk about. The first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that you guys need to keep your hair hydrated. That is a super essential part of your hair, because if your hair is dry and it's brittle, it's going to break off. And it's just important to make sure you're constantly keeping water in your hair in order for it to be healthy. And that also includes drinking water, eating healthy, and then also how you're taking care of your hair on the outside as well. And so usually you also want to keep like ingredients, like the things that you would eat are some of the things that you should put in your hair. Because if you're putting something in your hair that you couldn't eat, you probably should not be putting it in your hair. I'm not saying that you have to be like completely organic and make your own beauty products. It is helpful, but sometimes it can be time consuming. But yeah, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is these natural hair gummies. They've really helped my natural hair growth. Usually if I'm inconsistent and I'm not taking these consistently, I don't see as much result. Is that how you say it? As much? I don't know. But I don't see the same results as if I'm not using this. I think this definitely helps. It's been a staple since like ever. I used to watch it when like I first started watching YouTube videos back in middle school, because that's honestly how I started like learning to do my natural hair, is because my hair didn't look like the rest of the cheerleaders. So I tried to find styles so I could get my hair to look like that. And then eventually like I started like my hair journey and tried everything under the sun. And so that's also something that I want to talk to you guys about, is like going back to the basics, because sometimes we forget like the basic things, like moisturize your hair like daily, grease your scalp, oil your scalp, like do different like head massages for your hair. As I'm like, this feels good. Ooh, yeah, do different like head massages, because it's able to stimulate the scalp, and that's really where your hair is going to grow from. The other thing is like when it comes back to your diet is also in eating a lot of protein, because your hair is made of keratin, which is a protein, and that's something that you want to focus on as well. And that's really going to be the main things that are going to help your hair grow. So the next thing is like your products. And what goes into your products is knowing your hair type. If you know your hair type, that's going to allow you to determine what products you should be using. Because what a high porosity 3C girl should be using is not the same as what a low porosity 4C girl is going to be using. Because I know with my hair being high porosity, it does not mess with eggs, and protein is just not something that like rocks with my hair, except for rice water. My hair can handle rice water, that's fine. And rice water is something that a lot of people have talked about in their channel for hair growth. It actually does help. It worked for me. I was surprised it worked. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my black rice water video so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about as it pertains to this. Then the other thing is finding products that work for you and sticking with it, because honestly I've been using the same products for years. Every once in a while you want to kind of try different products out, but keeping like a consistent regimen is something that's really going to be helpful for your hair. For me, a good brand that I like to use is Shea Moisture. Some people don't like it, and you gotta figure out what works for you. But the Cantu, I cannot. No, my hair does not like that. It smells wonderful, but it just does not have enough of that moisture. and I can't remember if it does or does not have alcohol because I haven't used it in so long, but it just like literally as soon as I put it in my hair, it would dry it out. Like it would just be ridiculous, and then it was flaky. It was just a complete mess. So finding like products that work for you and then are going to moisturize your hair and give you kind of the look that you're going for, as well as making it easier for you to style it, because that helps with low manipulation on your hair, and that's something that you also need to pay attention to. Low manipulation is important because you need to keep your hands out of your hair. You want to keep like styling and pulling and stress on your hair to a minimum, and that's going to be the biggest thing that helps your hair grow. Because like I noticed that like right here I've been losing a little bit of edges. You can't tell because my hair was thick, but like this side of my hair is a lot thicker, and this side you can't really see it that well because my hair is in a twist out. But I notice it when I'm detangling my hair, or if I put my hair in like any protective style where my hair is a little more pulled back. That is something that I've been noticing. In my head, I've been kind of wanting to go back to the basics just because I've gotten so lazy. Let me tell you, I've gotten so lazy with my hair because I am the main person who's just so quick to put my hair in a bun. And a bun is a good protective style, but it can also lead to a lot of tension on your hair, hence edges. Because for a cool like couple months I was also trying to lay them baby hairs that did not want to lay down. Like they was just like, nah fam, and I was like, you gonna do it, you can do it, I believe in you. And my edges was like, nah, like what did you, we never did that. Why did you think this was the time to do that? Like no. So yeah, and that's something else that's like important, is you have to listen to your hair. Like your hair will tell you exactly what it means. You just have to be ready to listen to it, because if you don't listen, my hair, I feel like my hair is Jesus. Anyways, I feel like my hair has its own personality. Like it's its own entity in itself. Like she is her own person, and she be having an attitude with me, and she be telling me can and cannot do. Like she really is the boss in the situation. But I love her. She's so beautiful because like I love all the different styles I can do with her. And like the other thing too is like you have to learn to love your natural hair in every state that it's in, because I think that's where I started to notice the most results. Is I just like focused on just, oh, these are the different things that I can do with my hair. Something that I used to do is I went on this thing where I, for like almost half of my high school time, I literally did not put any heat in my hair, and I did not use a brush during that time, as well as like, and for a brush I would do like ponytails and stuff, but I wouldn't use a brush. I would only use a comb, and I would use my fingers to detangle it a little bit before I went ahead and do any kind of style. And what I would do is, instead of like trying to lay down my edges, I used to always do these like 2-strand twists around the edges of my hair, just so my hair was a little more neat and I didn't have my baby hairs doing their own thing. But it was a great way to kind of keep my hands out of my hair, and I just also thought it was a really cute way to kind of look presentable without looking a mess. And that kind of goes with like learning to listen to your hair, because if you listen to your hair and you kind of trying to compromise, you can like find a lot of things of what your hair can do instead of what it can't do. And yeah, I think that's definitely an important lesson. But yeah, just really sticking to the basics are really what's gonna help your natural hair grow, because some things like out there are really kind of gimmicky, and I've tried everything under the sun. Sometimes it's really just because I'm bored and I be feeling like doing random stuff, but you don't honestly have to do a bunch of nonsense to get your hair to grow. Like honestly, just be happy with the way you are. That's the other thing, is one thing that really will affect you is just your overall health and dealing with like anxiety and high levels of stress are going to be the biggest reason that your hair is not growing, it's breaking off, doing all kinds of stuff like that. And I know that like right now in this past year or two, well, for the past 2 years, like I've been going through a lot just stress wise, and my hair has just really been suffering. And then the year before that, I had been putting a lot of heat into my hair, and so even though a lot of people look at my hair and they're like, it's really long, but it's not where it used to be, and it's not as healthy as I want it. And that's kind of what I've been trying to get my hair to do. Oh, another thing that I've been doing is a lot of people talk about like cleansing their hair and not using a shampoo, and they use mostly just like a co-wash conditioner, but that doesn't seem to work for me. Like every once in a while, like every 2 weeks, I'll kind of make sure to, I prefer to actually wash my hair with a sulfate free shampoo, just because I notice when I only use like co-wash that my hair just, it doesn't feel clean, and I have a lot of product buildup. And I think it's just because how dry my hair gets, I have to put a lot more product in my hair consistently, and so my hair just does not like me using co-wash. But the other thing too is I don't wash my hair as often as other people because I don't need to, and so yeah, I usually like to wash my hair with the shampoo just to make sure it's clean, because if your hair is covered in oil when you go to like style your hair, there's no way that water is going to be able to penetrate your hair shaft if it's completely closed. And even though my hair is high porosity and the shaft is usually a little bit lifted, I just find that if I leave my hair too oily for too long, it's not a good combination. So making sure you're like finding a good balance between the two. But I think I've covered the last topic for today's video. If you guys would like to see me do another video like this, or if you guys want me to talk about a specific topic that I touched on today, please let me know in the comments below so I can do that for you guys. I really want to interact with you guys and kind of build like my own community for like really just melanin black girls. Like that's who I really want to talk to. I mean, if you're not that, like, you're welcome as long as you're not racist. But yeah, come interact with me so we can have a conversation, get to know each other, like all that good stuff. Jesus, there is something touching me. Just so we can like get to know each other. And like, I know you guys support me, but I think it's important that you guys leave comments. Otherwise you guys kind of look just like numbers to me, and I don't get to have that interaction part with you guys, because like I can't tell who watches my videos. I just see like the numbers and stuff. But when you leave a comment, I'm able to recognize your name and see, oh, so-and-so left a comment on my video, because I do respond to each and every comment on my videos. I don't have that many, so I try my best to make sure I get to those comments as soon as possible. So that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to leave those comments down below. And thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.